Hi, I'm Vanessa from SpeakEnglishWithVanessa.com. Today, we're going to talk about 3 ways that you can improve your grammar. Let's get started. The first way to improve your grammar is to focus on one concept. If you try to learn all of the grammar rules, all of the grammar ideas in the book, it's going to be too much and you're not going to be able to master each one. So I recommend at least for 1 week. 1 month is even better, but minimum for 1 week, focus on one grammar concept. Let's give an example. Maybe you want to learn how to make if sentences. If I can't go to the store, I will visit my friend. Maybe you want to practice how to use this and how to remember it naturally. I recommend focusing on this for at least 1 week. So that means that you will watch a lot of videos about this concept. You'll read about this concept. Whenever you hear this, you'll try to think about that concept in the context, focusing on one concept for at least a week and ideally 1 month. This is something that we do in the Fearless Fluency Club. Each month we focus on one grammar concept so that you can really master it. Because if you learn 20 of them in 1 month, you might remember it a little bit, but when you're speaking or when you're writing or reading, you're not going to remember exactly how to use it. So help your mind, help your brain, and focus on one concept. So the second way to improve your grammar is to paraphrase. Paraphrase. This word paraphrase means that you take an original sentence and you try to say it in a different way. This is going to test your grammar skills, and we can even use this in the most simple form. For example, I'm about to tell you a quick story about when I went camping. And as I'm telling you this story, after each sentence, I want you to try to paraphrase this to tell me back the story in a different way. I'll give you some examples as I tell you the story. Let's start the story. When I was camping last week. This is the first phrase. So you might say, when she was camping last week. Great. When she was camping last week. When I was camping last week, I forgot to bring my contact case. So you might say, she forgot to bring her contact case. A contact case is the little plastic thing that you put your contact lenses in. There's a little liquid, and I forgot to bring my contact case. So far, you said, when Vanessa went camping last week, she forgot to bring her contact case. Let me continue the quick story. Because I forgot my contact case, I had to throw out my contacts. I had to throw out my contacts. So you might say, because she forgot her contact case, she had to throw out her contacts. This is a simple way to paraphrase my story. You are telling someone else the story that I told you. So you're going to have to change the subject. You're probably going to have to change the verbs. This is a good challenge to help you improve your grammar through paraphrasing. And you can do this with anything. You can do it with TV shows, with YouTube videos, with your daily life. You can paraphrase what you're seeing or what you're hearing. This is going to help challenge your grammar in a good way. The third way to improve your grammar is to write your own sentences. When you write your own sentences, you are creating English. You're creating language. You're not just reading it. Reading is a passive activity. But when you write, you are creating. You're making your own sentences. So let's go back to the idea that you want to learn how to make if sentences. So when you make an if sentence, you write it down. I recommend having a notebook where you write a lot of English questions or vocabulary or the things that you're learning. I recommend writing your if sentences in that notebook and then think of other sentences. How can you use if in other situations? Write them down. Personally, for me, it's helpful to hear grammar concepts, but it's really useful to see them with different senses, to write, to read them, to listen to them, to say them out loud. This is going to help you really remember how to use the grammar in a natural way. So I recommend writing it down. You can even write down your paraphrased sentences from our number 2 tip. I hope that these 3 ways to improve your grammar by focusing on one concept, paraphrasing, and writing it down will help you to really improve your grammar. I think this is a challenging topic, but in the end, it's essential to have good grammar when you're speaking English. Do you have any other recommendations for improving grammar? Write them in the comments below. Let's share our ideas together. Thanks so much, and I'll see you later. Bye! Did you enjoy these tips? Well, I have a gift for you. You can download the free PDF guide, 3 Tips to Improve Your English, so that you can quickly remember each step. There are 7 different categories, including speaking, vocabulary, and grammar. Click here to download it and start learning with me today.